Welcome again to Pillars Game Design Vault. Today, I bring you Battleworld, a game where you will have your supply stations providing support to your command centers to attack other players' buildings and establish your control over the entire world. Note that the world is supposed to be wraparound, so here is adjacent to here, here is adjacent to here, and so on down the line. You will play as one of 6 factions: Adamant, Blood, Spark, Skull, Venom, or Winter, each with your own faction capabilities, such as improved starting tech and advanced research power. Your tech includes offense, defense, range, and structure, which helps fight battles or survive battles. Your ability to research these technologies requires supply stations and terrain of specific types. The first thing you do on your turn is to attack. You will attack from your command centers to enemy buildings. And your ability to attack is dependent on your command range. Crossing a side counts as 1, crossing a corner counts as 2. Here, these 2 command centers will send their units to attack this command center. This command center will defend itself with its own unit, and because this command center is in range as well, we'll send that unit to attack, or to defend against the attack. So for every unit you have in the battle, you will gain dice based on your offense technology, and each side will roll their dice. Initial blanks are taken as counterattacks by the opposing side. In addition, 3s, if needed, explode. So you'll remember that this is a 3, and then roll it again, and add the previous result to it. If it is necessary to do so because the enemy defense is high enough, you will continue until you have what you need. So this is technically a 7. But really, because the defense of the opposing side is 2, it's not really needed to reroll. But then for every hit, which is a die result that is equal to or greater than the opponent's defense, you'll inflict damage. So, and damage is based on the defense technology. So this side will be doing 1 damage to the unit. Damage against units that is greater than its remaining health will spill over, but cannot spill over into the building. And let's see here. So there's 3 hits here, which is 1 damage apiece. They have 2 durability, so there's 1, 2. Now, also, with dice, there's rerolls, which if you have them, you can reroll a miss, but then you're stuck with the result. Alternatively, these are the reroll tokens. There it goes. Alternatively, you might also have nudges, which you can use to take a result and increase it by 1. You cannot nudge into an explosion. If you turn a 2 into a 3, it is a 3. Battles go for 3 rounds or until one of the sides is eliminated. You may have in your technology ways to alter the length of the battle. If you have it as the attacker, you add more rounds, so you have more chances to defeat your opponents. If you were the defender, you would subtract the amount of rounds that the battle goes, I believe, to a minimum of 2. And that means there's fewer opportunities to lose the battle. When all the units on the defending side are eliminated, then we check for hits against the building's defense, and hits that succeed will reduce the building's durability. And if that hits 0, then the attack was successful. But this attack went sideways, so the attacker has very clearly failed. There's no way they're recovering from that. But once you've made your attack, you go on to the next steps in your turn. Next is research. You will have a research chip for each of your supply stations. You will have the resources of the locations occupied by your supply stations. So there's mountain and plains for mountain to plains. And then you can place your research chips as follows: adjacent empty spaces to your supply stations to get those resources, or 2 chips underneath a command center to get a resource of your choice. For here, I want to get a forest resource because that helps with what I would like to get. So we'll add it here. And forests, plains, and mountains contribute to structure. I have 3 resources there, so I will take my structure and go up to the next level. The next 2 steps are movement and building. For movement, you get a number of moves equal to the number of your command centers. So I have 2 moves. During the course of movement, you're not allowed to break support. So right now my ranges for supply and command are 3 and 2. The important thing is command centers have to be in supply range. But if I want to protect my supply center or supply stations, I need them to be within range of my command. So with 2 moves, again, crossing over corners too, so this is going to remain safe. So 2 moves, we relocate supply over here and a command over here. And then after moving, you can build your choice of a supply station or command center, again, maintaining support. So I want expanded research abilities, so I'm going to be putting a supply station there in the ruins. Although in the future, to better protect my assets, I would like to put in a command center on the future turn. Once you've done those 4 actions, it will be the next player's turn. However, if you have technology upgraded high enough to get you a bonus round action, for example, for range it's move, you can take another set of move actions, again based on your command centers. So range is bonus move at level 6. Structure is bonus build. Defense is bonus research. And offense is bonus attack. Those bonus actions can come in handy. So at the end of a round, where all the tiles are occupied by buildings, will take a number of unused map tiles equal to double the number of players, so 12. And then starting this turn and every turn thereafter, we'll roll that many dice. If they all come up blank, the game is over. But as long as there's even one dot, the game keeps going. But then there's going to be one less tile removed. And then the next rolls are going to be more and more likely to end the game. As you can see for the odds of the dice, half the sides are blank. So eventually the game is going to end. And then victory conditions. So you'll get points based on achieving certain factors. There's the easy mode of the game, and then there's hard mode, or normal. For easy, you get points if you have the most buildings, it's 3 points. The second most, 1. If you have the highest combined levels of technology, you get 3 points. The second most, you get 1. If you occupy all 6 terrain types, you'll get 2 points. Any 5 terrain types, 1. And finally, most areas are the rarest terrain type. So the rarest for this map is mountain. And that one's going to go to purple, it looks like. So that'll be 2 points right there. And the player with the most points wins. The normal victory conditions are most recent attacker victory, defender victory, total buildings, balanced buildings, most supply, most command, highest total tech, balanced tech, highest offense, defense, range, structure, offense plus range, defense plus structure, all the rare terrain, balanced terrain, and most of each of the 6 types. So there's a lot more opportunities for points in normal mode. That's also a bit of a headache. Yeah, most points will win. Another way to play with this game is terrain effects that just do some really interesting things with movement or research or combat and all that. This is a game I've had parts for, at least the cubes and discs, for like ages, and it's like, what the hell do I do with this game? And I kind of got an idea for this game when I was looking at a 30-sided die and the way it unfolds. Like, I want to create a game that takes place on a world that looks like a D30 got unfolded. But also had to like split the side in half to, make it more playable. And in this game, combat is hard as hell. If you're attacking, it can seem intimidating to even try in the first place. Because not only do you have to go through their units, you have to take down their building. Supply stations have higher durability. All command centers have higher defense. And again, the dice odds are crazy. 4 blanks, 2 1s, a 2, and a 3. And I think the highest defense goes for anything is 4 for a unit, and like, what was it? 5 for command centers, 4 for supply. Yeah, those are some tough odds. You gotta roll a lot of dice to make up for it. But then again, there's that counterattack factor of any initial blanks you roll get claimed by your opponent. So it helps to have the reroll tokens and use those. Let's see, did I miss anything? That's right. For faction mode, when doing research, you can use one of your chips on your faction card for a certain kind of terrain bonus. Like for blood, it's ruins. Each of the 6 factions has their, the starting tech and their tech location of choice for research. I'm not sure how well this game would do. It's a, you know, the game is going to end one way or another because everyone's building at least once every turn. So the map's going to fill up. But battles are so hard. I don't know who would be up for it. And then influences. I think the whole research thing is partially inspired by Level 7 Invasion. I used to have all the Level 7 games, and I occasionally look back on some of them and, wonder, one, why did I get those games in the first place? But also, why did I get rid of those games? They weren't the greatest, but they had their charms. I think Invasion was kind of a challenge to try to do solo, just try to manage everything. But Omega Protocol, if you can play that one, it's awesome. But yeah, this is Battleworld. Hell, if I'll ever get around to playing it with other people, but compared to the other two games in that battle series, this one's probably my best option. So yeah, if you think this game is interesting, let me know. Thank you for watching. This has been Pillar Nexus. See you next game.